Good morning, detectives. I'm here with Rashid and the babies. And to finish off our weather unit, we have for you today a mystery. Remember when we read the book, The Storm That Stopped, about Jesus on the Sea of Galilee with his disciples? Wow. Many years ago, almost 400 years ago, Rembrandt, one of the most famous artists in the world, painted a picture of that scene. Here it is. It's called Storm on the Sea of Galilee, and he painted it in the year 1633. Like I said, that's almost 400 years ago. Very quickly, this painting became very, very famous and became the target of robbers, art robbers. People who wanted very valuable things and would do anything to get them. So our story fast forwards many, many years to the 1980s when I was a little girl. My mom, who is an artist, used to take me to a museum called the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, Massachusetts. And when I was about your age, she took me to the museum and showed me this painting. It was in the private collection of that museum. I stood before this painting, which is as tall as I am now. It is a big painting. But guess what? Just a few years later, in 1990, March 18th, two thieves disguised as policemen broke into the museum. This is the outside courtyard of the museum. It's a beautiful place. But when they were dressed up as policemen, they were let in. They tied up the guards and they looked for the most expensive paintings and stole them. This is where the Storm on the Sea of Galilee used to hang. They took it right off the wall. And to this day, you can still see where it used to hang. They got out of the building and disappeared into the Boston streets, never to be found again. To this day, friends, no one knows where Rembrandt's painting is. Isn't that a crazy story? And it's true. So why am I telling you that story today? Well, obviously, because we've talked about that story and weather, right? But there's another reason. The reason that I wanted to talk to you today about stealing is you're going to steal today. I'm serious, you are. But the kind of stealing you're going to do is not illegal. You will not get arrested. You don't need any disguises. And it's actually really, really fun. So let's get started. First of all, you must be wondering, why are we calling it stealing? Well, think about the math we've been doing, right? When we've been adding bigger numbers, we add up the ones first, right? Well, what if the ones make up more than 10 or more? Well, we take those ones and we give them to the tens, right? That's what we do when we're adding and we need to regroup. But when we subtract, we sometimes have to steal a 10 and give it back to the ones. And I'm going to show you that today. That is also called regrouping, and it's for when we run out of ones when we're subtracting. So let's go ahead and do it. We're first going to try it with a single number. So follow along, and I promise we'll have lots of chances to go over this. Let's think about the number 28, okay? What is 28? You guys know. It's 2 10s and 8 ones. Let me get my board out here. 28, 2 10s, and 8 ones. think I've got 8. Here they come. All right. Nope, that was 9. There we go. So 28, 2 10s and 8 1s, right? Okay, we're going to steal. Are you ready? What happens if I steal a 10 and give it to the 1s? But he can't look like that since he's over in the 1s party. So instead of keeping him a stick, I'm going to trade him for 10 little guys. Oh my goodness, look what happened. 28, which was 2 10s and 8 1s, just became 1 10 and how many 1s? Well, what's 10 and 8? What? That's crazy, Mrs. Friesen. Nope, it's not. It's stealing that's okay. So, 2 10s and 8 1s now looks really crazy. But all I did was, since I'd stolen a 10, I crossed out my 2 and made it a 1 instead. And since I moved that 10 over to the 1s, I put the 10 here instead. You can almost think of it like stealing the stick and putting the stick in front of the other number in the 1s place. So 2 10s and 8 1s became 1 10 and 18 1s. Crazy! Let's do one more. What if we did this with the number 33? Then I would have, what guys? Then I would have 3 10s and 3 1s, right? Easy. Let's steal. Are you ready? You can even reach out and do it. Take a 10. Stealing, don't tell. Now we need to look like a 10, right? So here's my 5 and 5 more. Okay. All right. I had 3 10s and 3 1s. Now I have 2 10s. See, I changed my 3 to a 2, and I stole that 10 stick, and I'm moving him over in front of the 3. So 3 becomes 13, since 10 and 3 is 13. Isn't that cool? Look, 2 10s and 13 1s. Awesome. All right, well, you just regrouped by stealing. Now, Rashid has a question. He wants to know, this is cool and all, but when would we ever need to use this to solve a problem? Well, put on your detective hat, right here. Put on your detective hat and let's figure it out. So, now that we've seen how this works with just one number, let's try it with 2. We're going to do an actual subtraction problem. Let's try, come over here, Rashid. There. Okay. Let's try, how about 22 minus 8? All right. We're going to do what we just did with one number, and you're going to see how much it helps us, right? 22 minus 8. Well, let's show 22 first. 2 10s and 2 1s, right? Okay, let's start with the 1s. You guys ready? We're subtracting. That's my first clue. What is 2 minus 8? Stop! I can't do 2 minus 8. You can't take 8 away from 2. Look. Can I take 8 away from there? No way. Not a chance. I need to steal. Here we go. Watch. I'm going to steal a 10 and move it over. So, watch. Ugh. I'm stealing a 10. So my 2 is going to become 1. Oh, here he goes. And he's going to sneak over here instead. He's going to sneak over. And instead, I have 1 10 and 12 ones because 10 and 2 is 12. So cool, right? Now can I take 8 away from this group of ones? Sure. What is 12? Take away 8. Well, let's take away 8 and see what we have left. You guys probably already knew it. 12 minus 8 is 4. Remember, another pro tip, if you're doing 12 minus 8 and you don't have the blocks in front of you, you can also just count up to 12 from 8, and that will give you 4. Ready? Watch. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? All right, so we now know that 12 minus 8 is 4. I only have 1 10 here now, so my subtraction is really easy. What's 1 take away nothing? It's 1. What's my answer? 1 10 and 4 ones. Done. 14. 22 minus 8 is 14. So great, you guys. I'm so excited for you to learn this and try it on your own. Let's do one more together. Promise, that's it. All right, last one. Let's do 31 minus 6. 3 10s. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. 3 10s and 1 1 is 31. And we're going to find out how to take away 6. But first, let me write my problem. These are going to be really smart babies, by the way. They're just soaking in all this math. It's incredible. All right. We should probably name one like addition and one subtraction. I don't know. We'll have to think of some good names. Those aren't very good. All right, here we go. 31 minus 6. Rashid tells us to look for every clue. So I see that I have 3 10s and 1 1. I'm showing them here as well. And he also wants to make sure I notice that I'm subtracting. I am not adding. I am subtracting. Okay, guys? Always check the symbol. And remember, if you're subtracting for both the 10s and the 1s. All right? And we always go down. We start at the top and we go down. All right. So 31 minus 6. 3 10s and 1 1 minus 6 1s. All right. Let's take 6 away. Stop! I can't do it. Can I take 6 away from this? No, of course not. I need to steal. Now's our chance. No one's looking. Go. Wow, we did it. I don't think anyone saw us. But I need to show it on my problem too. Are you ready? I stole a 10. So here we go. 3 becomes 2, and I'm going to slide that 10 over to here. Now, instead of 1 1, I have 11 ones. Can I take away 6 now? Sure I can. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 minus 6, because I'm going down, starting with the 1, subtracting. 11 minus 6 is 5. And 2, take away nothing, is 2. Now it would work just as well if there was a number here. Say I was doing 31 minus 16. I've changed my 3 to a 2, but if I still had the 1 here, I can subtract. Just go down and do it the same way that we always have. So now we know that 31 minus 6 is 25. 2 10s and 5 1s. We could not have done it without stealing. So I'm sorry that I had to teach you how to be thieves today, guys. But I promise it's not going to be the kind that ever gets you into trouble. I want to show you your practice page. Look, the first 3 problems are what we did in the very beginning of this lesson. You're taking one number and changing it by stealing a 10 and giving it to the ones. So let's think about 27. 27 right here is 2 10s and 7 ones. If I steal a 10, I'm just going to have 1 10, and instead I'll have 17 ones. Get it? So you're going to try that with those 3, just with single numbers, and then you have 6 problems like the ones that we just did together. All right? You'll see here, I can't do 3 minus 6. Maybe you can even make yourself your own stop sign. Stop! I can't do 3 minus 6. You're going to have to regroup, okay? By stealing from the 10s and giving it to the ones, just like I did in this video right now. Now, parents, if this is proving a little bit tricky, just let me know, and I can do a lesson one-on-one anytime with your student or with you. No, we all get this. But the funny thing is, when I learned it, never really knew why I was doing this, guys, because we didn't really think about it this way. I was just told, cross it out, make it 1 less, and add a 1. Didn't make as much sense. This makes much more sense, but it can seem a little tricky at first. So just let me know if you need more help. I think that's all for today. Tomorrow we'll do a little more practice, and we also will have Zoom practice all together for those who do want to do that. And we also will have, for those who want, can take our spelling check all together tomorrow. The spelling check will be at 10:30, and the math practice will be at 11, both totally optional. So I miss you guys, and I'm just trying to make up excuses to see you. That's really all that is. Guys, the babies are doing great. The top says that there are 20 days left. Temperature's good. Everybody's happy. Rashid is going to go now because he is looking for that painting. All these years, these guys have not been able to find it. I think Rashid can do it. What do you think? Maybe. All right. See you later.